welcome to the Three Geeks podcast, where we're going to discuss Game of Thrones. It's a new, hopefully, weekly series with Max and Liz, and maybe a special guest appearance from Mike and Holly from time to time. But yeah, I'm only here for a few seconds, long enough to get our sponsor out of the way, which today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Go to audible.com/. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start this whole thing over. Today's podcast is brought to you by audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/3geeks. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. As for the last 3 weeks of this Audible commercial, I have been listening to it. I'm still listening to it. It's a 50-hour book, and it's been a lot of fun. The guy who reads it is pretty cool, pretty good at, making it entertaining. So definitely check out Audible. And they also have the Game of Thrones books too, as well. What's that, Max?
Does the guy do different voices as he's reading it? Does he
yes.
Like the little boy is talking and then the little girl, he goes in the little girl's voice?
Yes, he does the voices.
He changes it, but it's not like, wow, is that really the same person?
No, the like when he's doing the kids, like the boys, yeah, you have to listen carefully to tell the difference. But when he does like the girl or the clown or the adults, you can tell the difference between all of them.
Cool.
But you guys watched Game of Thrones last night, so I'm gonna step back and let you guys geek out.
All right. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first ever Three Geeks Fancy Chairs podcast. Talking about Game of Thrones, and the premiere happened last night, and it was pretty awesome. I was fully on board for it, and I was really excited. Normally, the opener for Game of Thrones is kind of weak sauce, and this one they didn't pull any punches. What do you think, Liz?
I loved it. I love Game of Thrones. Period. I love it, and I'm one of those people, I get really pissed off with the preview before, it's catching you up. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Whoever's watching it should already know this shit. But I think how they did it was really well to recapping the whole last season before starting the new season without making it sound like, okay, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I didn't rewatch the season finale before this one, so I was a little appreciative of the opening, just kind of reminders. But I thought in this one too, usually there's a little time has passed between the finale and the opener, and this one they just start right with Jon Snow dead in the snow, and you're just thrown right back into it. I like the whole storyline, 8 guys in a room wondering what the fuck they should do. And I love Davos. He's one of my favorite characters. So I was happy to see him kind of taking charge and doing stuff.
I'm not going to lie. I have false hopes that they were going to bring him back from the dead. There's going to be somebody with some magic spell and they were going to be like...
Well, I mean, the Red Woman, she's there. She saw the body. She's having a bit of a crisis of faith right now. But... you have to remember that Sir Boros brought was it Beric Dondarrion back 8 or 9 times. He brought him back to life.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy didn't even have any faith at all. So
right.
So as soon as she gets her shit together, I'm pretty sure Jon Snow's coming back.
Okay, well, whoever's watching this podcast, we're gonna have spoilers. So spoiler alert now. Now is the spoiler alert.
It hasn't been too bad. It's mostly speculation.
Yeah.
But
well, okay.
Yeah,
so
spoilers.
Since we're speaking of Red Woman here,
yeah,
the end spoilers. With her naked ass 500-year-old self. I was
that was so cool.
What the fuck is that?
That was so cool. I because I've read all the books. Have you read the books?
I couldn't hack it.
It's 100%.
Let me rephrase this. If I didn't have children and had time to actually sit down and read without being interrupted every 2 seconds, then I could probably handle it. But trying to read 3 pages at a time, I'd be like, all right, who, the son of who, what?
Yeah, no, it's true. You really have to be focused to get through those books.
At least have some quiet time somewhere.
But this season's really cool because they've come to the end of the books last season, so a lot of this stuff is new. For me, I don't know, where they're going with it, or I don't have any idea. And the TV show does do a good job of not doing the same things as the books, but now I got no frame of reference at all, and it's really cool. I'm really excited. So they did Jon Snow. You got the Red Woman in there. How about Daenerys? I thought her scene was pretty funny.
She is my favorite character, and yeah, I think that's going to be interesting going on with that. What do you think's going to happen with her?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna involve dragons roasting a bunch of people and then her flying off. I'm not 100%. I'm like 98% sure that that's going to happen, or some variation of that.
Well, I'm really surprised that Drogo hasn't already saved her from like the army of people that were swirling around her, because he was right on the cliff, like just chillaxing.
Drogon just does whatever the fuck he wants to do. I mean, like, he'll get around to saving her ass, but he's got to have his me time.
And so where are they sending her? Like to some cave where a bunch of other old, well, not old, but
oh no, they're old. It's called
widowed women of Kahals, or however you pronounce that.
Khaleesi's. It's called Vaes Dothrak. The Vaes, I think. But all the widowed Khaleesi's have to stay there and live out their days. Not, I guess they crochet or something, and maybe they play a little backgammon or something. But so obviously she doesn't want to do that. It's going to be interesting to see how she gets out of it. If it's going to be like a rescue with what's his name, Jorah, and what's his other face, the mercenary.
I'm really bad with the names, but
oh God, there's so many characters in this thing. It's retarded.
I know. I remember Lannister. There we go. There's a whole family right there.
Yeah. All right. But Tyrion is also over there in the Marine, and he's with. It always seems like Tyrion is they pair him up with somebody, and it's like a buddy cop movie or a buddy cop show,
right?
All the time. Like, he always has these different like partners, and they always end up with Tyrion.
Tyrion's my second favorite person. Like, I don't know if Jason mentioned it on another podcast, but my sister showed me the Saturday Night Live where they had Tyrion, the actor Tyrion, doing Naked and Afraid.
Name.
And the person who was with him on Naked and Afraid for Saturday Night Live, she kept calling him Tyrion, and he's like, that's not my real name. You know, that's not my real name.
Yeah, she's in the ghost.
I love that dude. But I think he's going to do really. I'm glad he's with Daenerys, like team wise, because I think that's going to be a really strong partnership for what's going to go down.
Yeah, I think like her small council as it is, that's getting built up as she goes along, is getting a lot more prestige. And Tyrion's also somebody you want to have on your side because he's a conniving little bastard. But I like him and oh God, what's that dude's name? The spider, the eunuch.
Yeah, we'll just call him eunuch.
Right. I like them together. I like their banter, and it's
honestly, he surprised me as his character, because I thought he was much more shallow than what he really is.
Mm-hmm.
So I was surprised that the deepening that they're doing with his character.
And that's something where I got kind of spoiled with the books. Like, this is all stuff I expect from him. So, yeah, it's good. I just like, again, this is stuff that I'm not ready for. Yeah, or that I'm not. I haven't had any nothing. So it's I'm so like it's weird being one of like the regular people. Normally it's like Max Andrews, super nerd, here to fucking explain everything for you, but no, it's interesting. All right, so yeah, Tyrion and that dude are in Marine, and all right, what else happened this episode?
Marcella.
Yes. Now, did you feel bad for Cersei when the boat came?
Yes, as a mother, I felt it. Because I don't care how evil you are, to lose a child is something I hope I never have to experience, and I can't even imagine. So connecting on a mother level, but as she's a fucking cunt bitch, weird ass woman. No, she could lose all her shit. I don't care. Like the fact that she had to march down the street butt ass naked, bleeding feet. I was like, that was like one of the happiest moments for me last season. I was like, boom, bitch, that's right. You just march through your kingdom all naked and whatever. But I felt sorry.
Dinklage. Sorry, Peter Dinklage is Tyrion's name in real life.
Gotcha. And then who I really feel bad for is Jaime. Out of the whole Lannister situation on that end, I feel bad for Jaime because he's obviously in love with his fucked up sister, which is all fucked up anyways, and all his kids are dying because she's an idiot. And I don't know, he just seems to be a good guy who keeps getting thrown into mess up things, and there's no way of him ever getting out of this tornado of hell for him.
I find it impossible to feel bad for Cersei Lannister. I don't even care. Like, yeah, no, on a human level or something, one should feel a certain level of pity for her when, you know, her daughter comes home in a box. She hasn't seen her in 3 years. But she deserves it. She really deserves it. I thought it was weird when I wasn't like, oh damn, that sucks. You know, I was just like, good. I hope you choke on it. Like,
choke on the death of your daughter.
You know, like, yeah, I don't know. I can't feel bad for her. Jaime, I feel bad for Marcella. That's who I feel bad for, because she really didn't do anything. At least Jaime is kind of a son of a bitch. Like,
yeah, I mean, she just went to Dorne like she was supposed to, fell in love with somebody that she was supposed to marry anyways. So life was
a nice girl. She told her dad she accepts him, you know?
Yeah.
And
her uncle dad. It's okay, Dad. I know we're from Virginia. It's all good. No offense to anyone from Virginia. I
was actually born in Virginia, so you're a dick.
There you go. That makes more sense.
But all right, so yeah, Cersei sucks. Jaime's caught up in the middle of it.
Oh, and then the Prince of Dorne, or King, or whatever the hell he is.
Yeah,
got stabbed.
Betrayal.
Yes.
That was pretty badass. The Sand Snakes from last season, I was very unimpressed with, but so far I'm digging them right now. They came out swinging, and this episode was very backstabby, like metaphorically and literally. There's like 4 people got it in the back.
Yeah. Well, he got it to the front.
Well, he did, but his son got the spear to the back of the dome piece.
Yeah.
And who else got stabbed in the back? Theon kills a guy from behind. And there's one other one. Well, anyway. Yeah, so Theon and Sansa running through the snow together. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Like, okay, so Brienne is another favorite of mine. I don't know. I guess I'll put her in my top 5 because I just don't know what to think of her. Just like I don't know. I think she befriended Jaime Lannister like way too easily, swearing her loyalty to the Stark family.
He did save her from getting raped.
Yeah, but I'm not lessening rape by any means. But it ain't like he saved her from I don't know, a dragon. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways.
Might as well have been a dragon.
But I am glad that she was there to rescue Sansa, because I really don't care about Theon. I hate him, and I'm glad he's a eunuch and he's a little piece of shit. But I am glad that she came to the rescue for them. And Podrick, him fighting on his little horse. I was like, go Podrick. No.
Little Podrick Payne.
Then I was slightly scared because I was like, oh shit, now he's standing up and he's gonna get fucking stabbed and die. Just like all the characters I like.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen sooner or later. But
not Podrick.
No, he held his own. Running around with Brienne has improved his fighting skill.
Yeah.
But no, I was really happy to see Brienne O'Tarth show up to Gwendolyn Christie. I really like her as an actress. I want more of this stuff in the Star Wars movies. I don't know why they they have all this knowledge, like you've already seen Game of Thrones. You know she's a badass. Like, make her do badass stuff.
Right.
I.e. Game of Thrones. Episode 1, they're like, you know what? We got Gwendolyn Christie. We're going to make her do badass stuff.
Right.
Yeah, she goes through just laying waste to motherfuckers. It was really good. I like that whole thing. And then, they're her like swearing her oath to Sansa. That was a really good moment, I thought. And it's weird. Like, Brienne kind of fulfilled all of her vows like in 2 episodes. She's like
which is, I mean, it felt like it was taking forever for her to fulfill anything. So I'm glad they kind of wrapped that up. Though it was, for being drawn out, it was kind of quick. But whatever. It's all good. Now she's got something to do. Follow Sansa around. And, Arya.
Yeah, that was a cool scene too. They didn't get to spend much time with everybody. It's going to be good when they get into the season. You actually spend more, focus on less characters, because this is the problem with reading the Game of Thrones books. This is the problem with there's so many people to follow. It makes it really hard to give them the time that they deserve. But so I mean, Arya, she's blind, a beggar on the street, looking pretty pitiful, and then she gets her ass kicked
by that bitch, the same girl that keeps picking on her anyways. I didn't understand, like, I guess I understand the blindness, like, because she took a life that wasn't hers to take or whatever, even though she's just marking names off her list. But does this mean, like, she'll get her sight back when she starts doing whatever she quote-unquote should be doing?
I think so.
Or are they just going to teach her how to fight and kill people being blind?
No, I think they're gonna get sight back. I'm pretty sure they did it. They can undo it. Like, it's all this magical hullabaloo.
Yeah.
But no, that was a really cool scene too. I liked how like they have her fighting. The girl would whack her with the stick, and then Arya would swing. Where she thought she was. They rubbed her just like 4 or 5 times.
It's like pin the tail on the donkey and a pinata all at the same time. Like.
I was proud of Arya though. She got up and swung that stick around instead of just getting beat up, but it didn't do her much good.
Yeah. And then she said, "I'll see you tomorrow." So obviously, there's going to be more of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Should be a lot of fun for Arya Stark. It's like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I guess it's time to get beat with a stick.
But how's she going to be able to tell time?
I think after you get beat with a stick at 9 o'clock for a couple of days, you're going to know when 9 o'clock rolls around.
It's like your internal clock.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
getting that itch must be about 8:45. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. So, and then one thing Jason was pulling up or was looking at images before we started the podcast was an image of Jon Snow as a White Walker, basically, like with those blue crystal eyes. Do you think that's something, or is that something in the book that they did?
They okay, in the book there's a character called Cold Hands who was he was undead, but he wasn't evil and he had all of his senses. So I don't know if they're taking that character and kind of melding it with Jon Snow, which would be cool. But I gotta think that they're just going for they're just gonna resurrect him and have him be, alive again.
Okay, I'll keep crossing my fingers for that. Cause
yeah, I just don't think they're gonna give it to us on the first episode because I mean, like, then what are we gonna watch the rest of the season for?
well, yeah, and that was the other thing because they killed him at night, right? Like it's in the evening, but they always say to burn the bodies before dark. So it's like, well, what do you do when you kill them at night? Like, do you have like a 24-hour thing or?
Well, I think that being on the other side of the wall helps. Everybody who's turned into a white or the zombie has been on the wildling side of the wall. Those two guys that were in the camp, they brought them from the other side. So I don't
That's
know
true.
if that maybe has something that helps or what, because the wall does have magic. So I think that he's not going to turn unless like the White Walkers came and were there, like in his presence, and then they could turn him. But I don't think that he will just turn off, from nothing.
And the only person that they didn't catch up on, and maybe I'm just missing this somewhere, is the little brother Stark. Forgot his name. Right?
Oh yeah, Bran.
Bran. Yeah. Like nobody touched on his story at all.
No, I think like he's kind of like the boring one, so they're gonna.
But he's the one with all this magical sight and shit. So I just figured something would be going on about now, but maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, because but the thing is though, he's pretty stationary, and like he's down underneath, under the ground with that weird tree guy, and so like there's not a lot of really super interesting stuff. They're probably saving him for episode 2 or 3. So you find out, but like. Speaking of missing Starks, what about poor little Rickon, who went off with the Wildling girl and we have never heard from since?
Oh my Honestly, I totally forgot about that guy.
Exactly.
Like, totally forgot. He's like, peace. I'm like, cool, go.
I can't wait for him to come back. They're going to get some actor like 8'9", fucking just gigantic. And it's like, I'm Rickon Stark. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. But okay. They spent a lot of time with the Boltons. I think Roose Bolton is my favorite villain in this whole thing. I just really like him. He's cold and calculating and just a devious little bastard.
That's the dad, right?
Yeah, the dad, not the crazy son. I like the dad.
I like the part where he's like, "Well, you better find Sansa. Or you better be hoping your stepmama's having a boy here, or whatever." It's like,
no, he was threatening him. He's like, "Look, man, I'm getting your new mom pregnant. Like that's happened. So you better get your stuff in order because the line, the lineage is gonna move on without you if you don't add to it. He's like, you got to contribute or you're getting kicked out. So you better go find your wife and put a baby in her real quick." So like he's holding he's holding his family line over his head, which I think is cool. I mean, just like he doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Roose Bolton does not care about anyone except for Roose Bolton, and I can dig that.
And then the other person they didn't catch up on, oh my god, what's his name? The brothel guy.
Oh, Littlefinger.
Yes, Littlefinger. There we go.
Yeah, there's no word from Littlefinger, so we'll see how that goes. And then
he obviously has some form of plan going on.
Oh yeah, he's playing the game. He's fully in it. But we'll see, because I think he is going back to the Eyrie. I'm not sure. I don't exactly remember what he said when he left Sansa, but that's also the other interesting thing because he's fully involved in this whole Sansa story. So she's gone now. Like, are they going to try to like get him to get her back, or yada yada?
Well, let's say Brienne said they're going to go to the Wall to be with John,
Right.
not knowing that John's dead. So here's another trip to the wall that won't make it to the wall because that's where Ario is going, and she never made it. Now she's blind on the stairs.
Yep, in a whole different country.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Who else? What else happened to see? This episode is packed full of stuff. Like,
I think it was done like it was packed full of stuff, but it wasn't so full that you couldn't grasp what was going on with everyone, or so little that you were like, "What the flip was that about?" Like
Samuel Tarly. We didn't see Sam at all.
Oh yeah. I saw this image on Facebook that it had Frodo and Sam, and then John and Sam, and it's like everybody needs their Sam, and I was like, oh yes.
That's good.
Now we know Sam is shacking up with Gilly, and they're all getting their little house together, so no need to worry about them right now. And it's not like he would come back and save John at all or play any role in that. So
no, it's just that. Oh, that's it. The bodyguard, the Martell bodyguard's the other guy who got stabbed in the back.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think John's in the books. John's story is pretty interesting. He goes down to the Citadel or whatever to become a maester.
Yeah.
And like some pretty crazy stuff happens there. So I'm wondering if they're gonna follow that line at all. So I was interested to see that. But again, this episode is jam packed full of stuff, so it makes sense that not everything's gonna make it in. But yeah, I hope we see Sam soon. I really like that guy. I like the actor. I like that character.
And the more we are around the Starks, the more I want a dire wolf. I want my little Pomapoo to be able to rip somebody's throat out.
Like, do you know how big that thing is? Like, you gotta walk.
Yeah,
that thing
it's like a small pony.
You're gonna walk that thing around the neighborhood and pick up that poop? I don't think so.
No, I guess not.
I'm running through the characters right now, trying to see who we forgot. All right, so they show us Marjorie Tyrell. She's in the church prison still.
Yeah, I like her. Like, she's not 100% good, obviously, but I think she plays her role very well. Like, getting what she wants and being queen, like, playing that character. I think she does good.
Yeah, you can see she's a political player, and she likes to make her moves, but she hasn't really done anything yet that's just despicable.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, she's a good character. I like that actress too. I'm interested to see that, and I'm interested to see where Loris is and what they got going on with him. Just like what kind of treatment they're giving him, because all we've seen so far, like they took him, and we haven't seen anything from him. We just saw Cersei and Marjorie. So like that's.
Well, I was concerned that when that crazy ass hardcore nun was like, confess, I thought they were gonna like do the whole scene all over again with her that they did with Cersei, and I was like, please don't replay that. Like, it was awesome for her, so don't ruin it by throwing it onto another character.
Right.
And then I don't know, maybe they'll make what's his name, Loris?
Yep, Loris Tyrell.
Maybe they'll make him a eunuch. Be like, well, you can't sleep with any more of your cousins and sin anymore.
Terrible. I hope not. I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, I'm a girl. It's okay.
Who else?
I mean, Daenerys has like a whole army of Unsullied.
Yeah.
So can't be that bad. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd rather just keep it. Like, I haven't met anybody to consult with, but I got a sneaking suspicion that I'd rather just keep it.
Yeah, probably.
But no, this again, like I was saying at the beginning, normally the opening episode is kind of like just getting everybody caught up, and this kind of meanders around and doesn't really do anything. This time they came out swinging, and I was just surprised left and right, and I really, really liked it. I think this is their best opener that they've ever had.
Yeah, I concur with that. I concur, so very well.
But yeah, so I think that's everything. Y'all good? Is there anything else you wanted to throw out
No,
there?
I think we hit
Any
everything up.
speculation?
I mean, like, just, the ending of the naked red woman just blew my mind. I was like, what?
But I thought that was really cool and really well done. And it's just showing like how shook up she is, because like you never see her like in any sort of like frailty,
Right.
and
And no one's questioning, like, why she's there. Like, she just shows up and everybody's like, hey, what's up? So, how's it going? You're telling me they didn't hear that Stannis is dead and the whole army got crapped and half the army left and he burned his daughter and all this shit?
well, Stannis would have died pretty much just as she was getting there.
But even so, like, it seems like these magical birds fly within a day of news. So,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it's quicker flying. She's riding a horse, But
they just need to get one of those dragons to start dropping
totally. Just,
dropping
just
envelopes.
fucking call, be like, hey, dragons, like, can you drop off some messages, please? Like, we need some Wi-Fi over here, some dragon spot. But yeah, no, I really like that scene. I just because of the weight, it shows like the weight that's on her. Because usually she's just like, oh, the Lord of Fire is gonna lead me the right way, but she feels kind of betrayed right now and doesn't know what to do for the first time in a long time, and like they just kind of show her in that moment of awkwardness.
Yeah.
I thought the full pullback was a bit much because we got a little bit of Granny Cooch in that one, and I could have done
seriously. My face was like,
because you just can't unsee it,
right. Like,
But,
I'm all about, your body and everyone's beautiful and you should love yourself and blah, 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 blah. But damn, didn't need that.
No, that
The
was...
butt image was enough. Didn't need to turn around and crawl into your bed.
Nasty Granny Cooter. All right. But on that note, I think we're going to end this one. So thank you, Liz, for joining me on the first episode of Fancy Chairs.
I can't get over that. Fancy
it's a good name. It's a good name.
It is a good name. And those who are viewing us, Max and I will definitely try to get on Sundays, but it is at 9 o'clock, and I'm sorry, I'm an old mom. Like 10 o'clock is pushing it, and 11 o'clock I am out. Like, it ain't happening. So if you don't see us on Sunday, we'll get to it sometime this week or the week of. Right?
Yep, it'll be good. So yeah, check us out for more Fancy Chairs. Check out all the other 3 Geeks podcasts. You can catch us at 3geeks.ninja. Find all of our affiliated podcasts there. We've got Frady Geeks, Shaolin Sofa, Animaniacs, the regular 3 Geeks podcast. Check out our friend Mike, who couldn't be with us today because he's probably still drunk from his Game of Thrones drinking game. Because I'm pretty sure you have to drink every time somebody dies, and like 45 people died in this episode.
Oh my god.
But so hopefully we can get Mike on here. We'll have Jason come in here too, and it'll be good. But so we'll catch you guys next time, and have a great day.
Thank you. Goodbye.